Not teaching hate, he's teaching history. And since the American white man has used his control over the press and over the textbooks and over all forms of media to make it appear that he has done us a favor by bringing us here and enslaving us.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. God's will. And he's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
The whole thing, bro. I study this shit. This is what I'm trying to say. I ain't gonna argue with nobody because I study this shit and I'm studying the Bible too, folks. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't only, like, I ain't trying to be prideful or I'm gonna say this humble as I can. Like, I ain't studying to argue with nobody, folks. I'm studying to bring y'all this information, okay? So when you see me on here and I'm talking, bro, I'm saying anything is because I have done extensive research on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not never finna come to y'all. And when I say never, I'm not ever finna come to y'all and bring y'all no bullshit. It's because I've been studying this shit. And shout out to Rap the News, man. You know what I'm saying? On YouTube, y'all fuck with Rap the News, man. He a good brother. Shout out to Big Judah. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't with no, listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm a one man by myself. I ain't with no fucking Hebrew organization, no Hebrew nothing. I'm on here teaching y'all because I feel like the internet is a big way of getting to my people, folks. Besides standing out here on the corners and shit, even though that's our calling, to get out here on these corners and shit and go to these neighborhoods and shit and try to wake as many up as we can. I feel like social media is another big platform, a big way that I can reach out to my people. So this is why I come on here every day and I bring y'all this information. You know what I'm saying? Like this morning, I walked out the crib, I brought these books with me. I'm like, cause I know I'm gonna be out, outside, so let me take these books with me. You know what I'm saying? So I brought some information out. Like I told, these ain't the best out here, you know what I'm saying? But it's some of the best information. You hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go pick that up. You know what I'm saying? I brought them, because a lot of y'all be asking where y'all can get this information. I brought these out. You know what I'm saying? The Negro, a Jew, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm coming on here, when I'm telling y'all something, don't argue with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing real live, extensive research on this shit. Real research. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get y'all this information, folks. And the reason that I'm trying to get y'all this information, I'm finna let y'all know. I'm gonna read it to y'all. I brought this out too, man. You hear me? You ain't nothing without this. Go get that right there. But this is the reason why I must bring y'all this information. Because the fucking prophecies, they unfolding, okay? This is Genesis chapter 15, verse 13, okay? He said, then the Lord said to Abraham, know for certain that your offspring, which is your seed, your children, your descendants. He said, then the Lord said to Abraham, know for certain that your offspring will be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and will be servants there, and they will be afflicted for 400 years. Okay? He said that your descendants, your bloodline, your people, that's just like me having kids. Like I have like five sons. All my sons, they sons, and they kids, all they kids gonna be in captivity, in slavery, whether it's mental, whatever, taken. But God gave a specific way of how these people was gonna go into slavery, okay? This is what I'm trying to get when I say I'm trying to wake my people up, okay? I don't only have to have the Bible to prove this. I got real facts. When I say I have facts, I have facts. I have the fucking facts, okay? Don't talk, cuz I'm live. Okay, now, he said, check it out. He said, then the Lord said to Abraham, here, take it. Then the Lord said to Abraham, know for certain that your offspring will be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and they will be servants there, and they will be afflicted for 400 years. But I will bring them, he said, but I will bring judgment on the nations that they serve afterward. They shall come out with great possessions. As for you, you shall go in your father's place. Now check this out. The 400 years is over, okay? We know for sure, because like I told you, I have done extensive research on this. We know for sure that the 400 years that he's talking about is not the first slavery in Egypt. Because the first captivity that these people went through in Egypt, and there's proof, real proof, was 430 years, okay? He said this slavery was going to be 400 years, okay? Then he gave a specific way of how they was going to go into slavery, okay? Now check it out, then I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to let y'all get this real quick, and then I'm going to get up out of here, okay? Give y'all this way of how he said that they was going to go into slavery, okay? He said, and if you, now listen, the Most High made a promise to us that if we keep these commandments, this ain't no fairy tale shit. This shit is real, okay? This is why you see what you see, okay? You notice that if you didn't know, the first slave ships to land here to sail the Atlantic was, it landed in Jamestown, Virginia, 1619. So from 1619 to 2019, we have 400 years. And this is why I'm here to wake my people up. Because now we are set free mentally and physically. The nations have a judgment. Y'all heard what he said. He said, I will put your descendants into slavery. They're going to serve them people, and they're going to be afflicted. Who's been afflicted? Who's been serving somebody for 400 years? This is where I say you ain't got to believe in God, but you can't deny the prophecies. Okay? Now he said, they're going to be in slavery for 400 years. He said, after that 400 years, I'm going to set them free. And those nations who they serve, I'm going to judge. He didn't say he was judging us. The Most High did not say he was coming to bring. This is what we've been taught, to stay at the slave homes, to stay in the yard, to not run away, to not rebel. There's a white Jesus coming out the sky with your redemption. But that's a goddamn lie. You hear me? This is why I'm here, to wake y'all up. This is why I'm here talking to y'all. This is why I do what I do. Because they lied. Okay? There's a judgment coming for y'all. If the Most High kept his promise with us, and we didn't keep his promise, and we didn't keep our promise with him, and he put our ancestors into slavery, the fuck you don't you think he gonna keep his promise with y'all? Y'all don't believe? Obadiah 10, chapter 1. Check it out. Now these are the blessings that would have came upon us if we would have kept the Most High commandments. There's no such thing as a religion. He gave us the book of the law, the commandments. He gave it to us. Gave it to us. And I'm going to show y'all that too. Okay? He said, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord, your God, being careful to do all his commandments. You hear that? He said, do all his commandments that I command you today. The Lord your God will set you above all nations on the earth. Now, you know he talking to a people. Let's stop reading this shit like a fairy tale, like he talking to the world. Okay? Because he's not. In case y'all didn't notice, for all the Christians sitting in the church, if you didn't notice, I'm here to wake you up, okay? You can thank me later. He said, the Lord your God will set you above all nations on the earth, and all the blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the voice of the Lord your God, right? Now, he made a promise to put you niggas on high. The same spot that the Caucasians got, you would have had. But guess what? You didn't keep your part of the covenant. Okay? So he said, but if you would not obey the voice of the Lord your God and be careful to do all his commandments and his statutes that I command you today, this is Moses talking to his people. Okay? He said that I command you today, then all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Now listen to how the Lord talk. Listen to what he say. And this ain't no game because it all has happened. It all has came to a head. The Most High don't play. He's a killer. A jealous God. When they say God is jealous, this the God that they talking about, not no motherfucking white Jesus floating in the sky. All right, he ain't coming. There's no rapture. Now check it out. He say, but if you will not obey the voice of the Lord your God and be careful to do all his commandments, all of these statutes and all of his statutes that I command you this day, all of these curses should come upon you and overtake you. Your sons and your daughters shall be given unto other people, while your eyes look on and fail with longing for them all the day long. But you shall be hopeless. Okay? Listen to how the Lord work. Listen to how the Lord work. He say, you shall father sons and daughters, but they shall not be yours, for they shall go into captivity. He said, the sojourner who is among you shall rise higher and higher above you, and you shall come down lower. The white man. They shall be a sign and a wonder against you and your offspring forever. Y'all been going through this for 400 years. You niggas still marching, talking about Black Lives Matter. You hate it. Check it out. They shall be a sign and a wonder against you and your offspring forever. That's you, your kids, and every motherfucker that come from your family. He's not talking to the world. He's talking to one people. He said, because you did not serve the Lord your God with joyfulness and gladliness of heart because of the abundance of things. He said, among you, he said, will be birds with food for your brother and his wife. He will embrace his. Wait, I'm sorry, I fucked up. He said, oh, my bad, I missed the verse. He said, the man who is the most tender and refined among you will be begrudged. Food to his brother, to his wife he embraces, and to his last, they say, and to the last of his children who he will leave. Now this is us right now today. We killing our brothers, nigga, left and right, nigga. We the only motherfuckers out here, nigga, that play that do that shit, that plays the devil's game, nigga. You should be you should listen, you should be food. He said he should be food to his brother. They said and to the wife he embraces, and to the children who he gonna leave, nigga. Come on now, man. You niggas don't take care of y'all kids. They talking to one people. He talking to one people. He said every sickness and also every affliction that is not recorded in this book of this law, the Lord will bring upon you, and you are until you be destroyed. The Lord will scatter you among all peoples, from one end of the earth, even until the other. And there you shall serve other gods, even wood and stone, which neither you nor your fathers have known. That's Jesus, my nigga. You hear me? He said he gonna scatter you from one end of the earth, even until the other. You the only niggas that's been scattered like that. He said, and there you should serve other gods, even wood and stone. He said, there you should serve other gods, even wood and stone, which neither you nor your forefathers have known, nigga. And among these nations you shall find no rest, and there shall be no resting place for the sole of your feet. Who he talking to, black man? He say, but the Lord will give you there a trembling heart and failing eyes. That's you. And languish of soul. Your life shall hang in doubt before you. Black man. All these prophecies has passed. He said, night and day. He said, your life shall hang in doubt before you night and day. And you shall be dreaded. He said, and have no assurance of life. Black man has no assurance of life in the United States. He said, And in the morning, you should say, if only we were evening. And in the evening, you should say, if only it were morning. Because you dread, he said, because the dread of your heart shall fill, and the sights that your eyes shall see. He said, the Lord will bring you back. Now, y'all understand this part right here. Egypt mean bondage. Okay, he told you niggas how y'all was going into slavery. He said, the Lord shall bring you back into Egypt, a journey that I promise. Listen, I promise that you should never make again. And there you shall offer yourselves for sale to your enemies as male and female slaves. But no man shall buy you. This is God talking to you. These are the punishments to come upon you, right? And you don't want to believe me? You don't want to believe me? Check it out. This is how we know this. Check it out. We know all this, man. We don't need the Bible to understand who these people is. Okay? We know who these people is. By scientific fact, nigga, or any type of proof that you want, we gonna bring it to you. Okay, now this is how you know who these people is in Nigeria. They said the British explorers who met the Igbos of Nigeria were quick to identify them as a branch of Hebrews. Based in 1938, and it simply referred to them as Hebrews, Ebus, and later Igbos. But during the time of the first documentation of the history of the Igbos, the early Igbos who knew very little or no English, following the pronunciation of new version of their original name by their colonial masters, deviated from the name Ivite. As Ivite, we ain't gonna even keep going. Let me take you somewhere else. Okay, now they know who these people is, right? Check it out. Hold on. I'm about to get off. Let me just wake my people up real quick. Right? Let me just wake my people up right here. In this book, I have sort of established or reestablished the fact that the Igbos of Nigeria, the Tutsis of East Africa, and the Bamalikis of Cameroon, and a few thousand of the other African Americans in the South Africa of Ghana, he said in South Africa and Ghana, and over 25% of all African Americans are of Jewish origin. If I have to say this out loud, general laughter, mockery, and abuse and harassment for certain quarters will be the response. Maybe in a few years, time certainly around the soon coming Third World War, when keeping the Almighty's unchangeable divine plan and conclusion of the present Earth cycles, they know what's going on. They knew that the Earth was going to go into a motherfucking cycle. They knew that the earth was finna have a shift because God's cleansing itself of these mean, hateful beings. Now, this book was written in 2012, nigga. They knew that the polar shift was coming. Nigga, they knew that God was finna free these people. They knew all this shit was finna happen. Okay, he said, now, if he was to tell the world in 2012 that these people was God's people, he said that check it out. He said, if I have to say this out loud, general laughter, mockery, abuse, and harassment from certain quarters will be the response. Maybe in a few years, time certainly around the soon coming Third World War, when keeping with the Almighty's unchangeable divine plan for a conclusion to present the earth cycle, the gathering back of the scattered Jews from all four corners of the earth. Nigga, they know that the world finna go into a frenzy. They know. This 2012, they knew that the world was finna have a motherfucking polar shift, and they knew that the destroyer was coming, which is Planet X, because that's God's judgment right there. The red dragon in the sky, nigga. The fire that's kindled in his eye. Now check that out. Y'all can go get that to eyeballs, right? And I told y'all, from Babylon Timbuktu, for those of y'all that missed it, I don't need the Bible to say who he is, okay? This page 84. In the year 65 BC, Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, we got receipts on this shit. So I want y'all to go Google these names. Go Google these names. Go get these names so y'all can know who y'all is and spread the good news, nigga. I'm here to wake my people up. Check it out. He say, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of militaries and governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities was committed against the people, the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, make sure y'all get them names, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Okay? That's from Babylon to Timbuktu, and that's all through here. I'm talking about, that's all this is about. Is the black Jew, is slavery and the black Jewish slaves. You hear me? For those of y'all that don't know what time it is in the world, nigga, destruction is coming. It's here. That red thing y'all see in the sky, y'all think is the sky? That ain't the sky. That ain't the sun. That's God's judgment, dummy. And it's right here. The man even said it. He even said it. When the coming World War III and guys began his divine changeable cycle, real earth cycle, and start gathering these people back from all four corners of the earth, then they gonna know that these was God's people, right? Check it out. Abernathy, okay? Talmadge Abernathy. Look into him. Get these receipts. Check what the man say. I ain't gonna go right there. I ain't gonna even go that deep right there. Hold on. I just want to go to one page, bro. You hear me, bro? Bro. Okay, bro. Matter of fact, that ain't even that book. But we gonna jump into that too. That ain't even that book that I'm talking about. It's this book right here. We gonna wake these niggas up. You hear me? Yeah, what y'all thought I just sold dope? Stop it. Stop it. We read books, sell dope, and fuck. No, I'm just fuck with y'all. Hey, look, for real though, man. It's time we wake up. I just be laughing and joking with y'all to show y'all that I'm just like y'all, man. You hear me? I'm just like y'all, baby. Light that blunt up so we can show them. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. No, I'm just like y'all though. My sister, man. I'm just like y'all though. He say Professor Joseph William began his book Hebrewism of West Africa by recalling his discoveries and observations while living in the West Indies islands of Jamaica. Intrigued by certain similarities between the Jamaican customs and those of ancient Hebrews, this famous Jesuit scholar began a 11-year search to determine if there really were any affinities between the Middle East custom and those found in the Black Africa and in the West Indies. He said the following are the words of Dr. Williams, which are summarized his Williams in pursuing the subject. He says that the Jamaican peasant, a close study, he said, my bad, y'all. He says that to understand properly the spirit and aspiration of the Jamaican peasant, a close study of the African Ashanti themselves became necessary. Y'all hear this? He said, and this study, in turn, led him to some rather startling results and conclusions. In the first place, he continues, many Hebrewisms were discovered in the Ashanti tribal customs. Come on now, y'all, stop it. They know who he is. He said, then several Ashanti words were found to have striking resemblance to those equivalent Hebrew meaning. Finally, the supreme being of the Ashanti gave strong evidence of being Yahweh of the Old Testament. So who the fuck is Jesus? Huh? Huh? We worship the Creator. Y'all hear what they say? Most of you niggas sprang out of the Ashanti tribe and from Nigeria. You hear what they say? They worship. Come on now, man. Hold on. Hold on, man. Let me get deep into here, man. It say the Ashanti are an ethnic mixture of people of the West Africa, the ancestral home of this book, of the Black Americans. Y'all hear me? That's why didn't I just tell y'all where y'all came from? They said the Ashanti are the ethnic mixture of people of West Africa in the ancestral home of most Black Americans. You hear me? So you niggas know who y'all is. Y'all motherfucking Jews, nigga. Okay? He say the Ashanti are closely related to the Fanti, Yoruba, Sudanese, and more distinctly, the Bantu, whose combined population stretched fully across the sub-Sahara African. The Ashanti tribes appear to have migrated and later been pushed westward and southward by alien white invaders of European origin, known as the Berbers and the Arabs. The Ashanti appear to have spread from the Chow Now region of North Africa. The Ashanti and related peoples live in the very region near the west coast of Africa, and from which most black African slaves were captured and transported. Hence, they are the ancestors of most African Americans today. But the question still remains, as the title of our book implies, whether the early Ashanti and the related peoples have any connection with the Hebrews of the Middle East. The answer which Professor Williams reaches is that the similarities are too great to ignore, to be accounted for only by the fact that the ancient Hebrews were parent stock from which present Ashanti involved. In fact, it was not continuous influx of Hebrew settlers. Fuck it. Go get it, okay? I can't sit here and do this. I can't narrate and all this and teach y'all at the same time, man. Okay? Go get the shit, man. It's a beautiful thing, you hear me? Because this Bible don't lie. You hear me? Now, I just showed y'all with facts. We don't need the Bible. But since it's in the Bible, we might as well go there. You hear me? Because these people got to judge me. These people got to judge me. Okay, let's go to Obadiah. Obadiah 1. Let's go to Obadiah 1, man. Let me show y'all these people judgment, man. Where we at? Obadiah right there. Now check this out, white man. This is Obadiah, chapter 1. Chapter 1, verse 1. This is the judgment upon the Gentile nations. Okay? Y'all get ready for it. Because I'm telling you, the judgment ain't coming, baby. It's here. Mother Earth already making a cycle. Mother Earth showing y'all we are the sons of the sun. They showing y'all we the sons of the sun, baby. Hear ye. They say, thus says the Lord concerning, thus says the Lord God concerning Edom. And that's you, white man. We have heard of the report from the Lord, and a messenger has been sent among the nations. Rise up, let us rise against her for battle. Behold, I will make you small among the nations. You shall utterly be despised. Your pride of your hearts has deceived you. You hear that? You thought your pride of your heart has deceived you, white man. All that white superior. Your pride of your heart has deceived you, devil. He said the pride of your heart has deceived you. He tell who you is. Caucasian, Caucasus, rock man. He said, you who live in the cliffs of the rock, in your lofty dwelling, who say in your heart, who will bring me down to the ground? Though you soar aloft, like an eagle, ain't that y'all sign? Though your nest is set among the stars, from there I will bring you down, declared the Lord. If thieves came to you, if plunder came by night, he said, how you have been destroyed, would they not steal only enough for themselves? If grape gatherers came to you, would they not leave gleaning how Esau has pillaged his treasures, soft out? All your allies have driven you to your borders. Those at peace with you have deceived you. Listen, this World War III coming, baby. Those at peace with you have deceived you. This place will fall. Those at peace with you have deceived you. They have prevailed against you. Those who eat your bread have set your trap beneath you. You have no understanding, white man. You have been deceived. That's me saying that, white man. You have no understanding. You have been deceived. Back to the word. He said, you have no understanding. You have no understanding. Will I not that day, declared the Lord, destroy the wise men out of Edom? What day? And understanding out of Mount Esau, and your mighty men shall be dismayed. Oh, tell me. So that every man from Mount Esau will be cut off by slaughter. You niggas is done. He said, because of the violence you have done to your brother Jacob. There's a judgment coming. Okay? Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning that followed. Where did you come from? Who is Jacob? Who is Jacob? Abraham begat Isaac. Isaac begot Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. He named them all Israel. You have a judgment coming. He said, because of the violence done to your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever on the day that stood aloft. On that day, that strangers carried off his wrath. The strangers carried off his wealth, and foreigners entered into the gates. We know that this place is coming down, and cast lots for Jerusalem. You were like one of them, nigga. Who entered into the gates and cast lots for Jerusalem? You did, nigga. You was like one of them. He said, but do not gloat over that day of your brother. In the day of his misfortune, do not rejoice over the people of Judah in the day of their ruin. Do not boast in the day of distress. Do not enter the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. He said, do not gloat over this disaster. I'm telling y'all, disaster is coming. Mother Earth is coming, nigga. Mother Earth is the most powerful thing that you can go up against, nigga. And you have fucked with her kids. Nature. Y'all know what y'all done. And Mother Earth is going to get rid of y'all. And the sun right along with them. Because them sun rays that's coming, y'all ain't going to be able to handle them. Y'all ain't going to be able to handle them. This judgment. Do not gloat over the disaster in the day of his calamity. Do not loot his wealth. God said, don't gloat over that shit. Don't be happy. He said, don't take nothing from him. Do not loot his wealth. In the day of his calamity, do not stand at the crossroads to cut off his fugitives. Do not hand over his survivors in the day of distress. For the Lord, they said, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the nations. As you have done, it shall be done to you. Your deeds shall return on your head. For as you have drunk of my holy mountain, so all nations shall drink continually. They shall drink and swallow, and they shall be as though they had never been. But in Mount Zion, there shall be those who escape. Who? But in Mount Zion, there shall be those who escape. Okay? This judgment is not for us. He said, but in Mount Zion, there shall be those who escape and shall be holy. They said, in the house of Jacob shall possess their own possessions. The house of Jacob shall be like a fire. The house of Joseph a flame. And the house of Esau a stubble. Your time is up, white man. The judgment is here. The judgment is here. Your time is up. I hate to say it like that, but your time is up. Check this out what God say. He said, you are the sons of the prophets, and the covenant that God made with your fathers, saying to Abraham and his offspring, shall all the families of the earth be blessed. There's only one people that God is blessing all the families of the earth. Nigga, when he say the saints and the prophets, they are saints and prophets by blood. There wasn't nobody else, any type of other race, but all Hebrew people that was prophets. They wasn't Greek. They wasn't Roman. They was Hebrew. Everybody. The law was given to us. And the only way for you to get it is to get it from us. Because you can't interpret this book. Because it wasn't given to you. That's why you can't interpret this book. That's why you say it's for the world. When it was given to us. He says it right here. New Testaments. Acts. Chapter 3. You are the sons of the prophets of the covenant of God. He said, God made your fathers, saying to Abraham, and your offspring shall all the families of the earth be blessed. Through who? The salvationists of the Jews, right? So if the salvationists of the Jews, right? We're going to get into that, man. This ain't even my original Bible. The devil stole my Bible. So it ain't painted like it was, but we going to, hold on. First we going to get into, how God waking these people up. We going to get into this. Check this out. This how the Most High promised to wake you niggas up. Okay? That's why I'm here talking to y'all. This prophecy. Okay? That's why I'm here. That thing in the sky, that's a sign. Okay? That's the sword. They come to bring destruction, death, pestilence. Off that thing is coming iron oxide. Okay? Look it up. Flu symptoms, death, destruction. All right? They say, check it out. And the hand of the Lord was upon me and brought me out in the spirit of the this is all that's happening, okay? And the hand of the Lord was upon, the Bible was written in parables, okay? Syllables and just like metaphors, okay? So when you listening, make sure you have the ear to hear, okay? He say, the hand of the Lord was upon me, and he brought me out, and the spirit of the Lord set me down in the middle of the valley. It was full of bones. And he led me around them, and behold, they were very many of them, many on the surface of the valley. And behold, they were very dry. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? Okay, these bones is you. These bones is these niggas that think that they African American. These bones is these motherfuckers running around here talking about Christianity, and Jesus wasn't even a Christian his damn self. Okay, these are these dry bones. He said, there were many on the surface of the valley, and behold, they were very dry. And he said to me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord. He said, O Lord God, you know. Then he said to me, prophesy over these bones, and say to them, O dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus says the Lord God to these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will cause flesh to come upon you, and cover you with skin. He talking about waking you niggas up. This is mentally, okay? This is in like metaphors, syllables. He talking about waking you niggas up. He said, I'm gonna cause breath to enter into you niggas. Okay, you dumb right now. You sleep right now, but I'm gonna wake you up. You hear me? I'm gonna cause breath to enter into you niggas, and I'm gonna put flesh upon you niggas. And y'all ain't gotta listen to me interpret that shit. Y'all gonna hear him say it for itself. He said, prophesy over these bones, and say to the bones, hear the words of the Lord. Thus says the Lord God to these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and you shall live, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will cause flesh to come upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and you shall live, and you shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded. As I prophesied, there was a sound, and behold, a rattling. A bone came together. Y'all hear that? We gonna come together. Y'all hear that? We gonna wake up, y'all. We gonna wake up and come together. He said, and behold, the bones came together, bone to bone. He said, now look, and behold, there were sinews on them, and flesh had came upon them, and skin had covered them, but there were no breath in them. You hear me? That's what's happening right now, y'all. We woke right now. We woke, but ain't no breath in us. Y'all hear that? He said, we can't, listen, he said, and sinews came upon them, and flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them, but there were no breath in them. And then he said to me, prophesy to the breath, prophesy, son of man, and say to the breath, thus says the Lord God, come from all four corners of, and y'all hear that? Who scattered in all four corners, y'all? These are metaphors. He said, come from all four corners and breathe the breath on those that's slain, that's dead to the mind, y'all, that they may live. He's saying live, wake up. It's now the time to live. The curse is over. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, and exceedingly great army. Now, y'all see how that sounds like a fairy tale? But look what God say. Then he said to me, son of man, these are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried up, and our hope is lost. We are indeed cut off. Therefore, prophesy and say to them, thus says the Lord, behold, I will open up your graves and rise you. Listen, y'all, I said written in metaphors. Did y'all hear what the man said? He said, behold, this is the whole house of Israel. You niggas, dead. That shit's sad, man. Sad. All of y'all, all of us. He said, behold. First he said it made it sound like it was a fairy tale, like it was a story. But he telling them the spirit, he giving them the spirit. It's gonna sound like Jesus said, even if I showed you, you still wouldn't understand. And this is why I talk to you like this. For those of y'all that think this is a fairy tale, some goddamn punk ass fiction book. He said, son of man, these are the whole house of Israel. He said, behold. No, he said, then he said to me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried up and our hope is lost. Who say that? The other nations. They got a judgment. They got a judgment. He said, we are indeed cut off. Yeah, we don't know who he is. We are indeed cut off. We are. Y'all right. He said, therefore, prophesy and say to them, thus says the Lord, behold, I will open up your graves and rise you from your graves, O my people. He talking to one people. He talking to this nation of people. Behold, I will open up your graves and rise you from your graves. God is open. He's letting us, we free. 1619, 2019, 400 years, captivity is over. Y'all don't see the uprise? Y'all don't see the people in the frenzy? Y'all don't see this shit? He said, oh my people, I will bring you into the land. Listen, you niggas, it's coming, folks. This place is gonna fall. This place is gonna fall, folks. He said, I will bring you into the land of Israel, and you shall know that I am the Lord. When I open your graves and rise you up from your graves, O my people, and I will put my spirit within you, and you shall live. He's talking mentally. The same way I just read y'all the shit, and it sounded like a story. Understand, this is not a game. It sounds like it, because you're not wise. You don't know God, because you don't know the word. In the beginning was the word. The word was with God, and the word was God. You don't know God because you don't know the word. You don't know the word because you don't know God. Everybody think this is a game, some fairy tale punk ass book. It's the things that happen and the things to come. This is not a game. Y'all think this is a game? Do y'all really think this is a game? Or I'm the only one that can interpret this book like this? Am I the only one that can do this? Check it out. And you should know that I am the Lord when I open up your graves and rise you from your graves, O my people. And I will put my spirit within you and you shall live. And I will place you in your own land. Who don't have their own land? Who don't know who they is? These people have a judgment, y'all. This judgment ain't for us. This not for us. We've been lied to. We've been lied to. Check it out. We've been lied to. Now the Lord, they had us thinking that God, listen, they had us thinking that God comes back on the judgment. But God is here now visiting these people, judging these people now. It says it right here. In the 14 missing books, they took this out the Bible. It says it right here. He's here. He says, and he answered me and said, measure thou time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs that pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Did he say he was coming back? Did he say he was coming back like a thief in the night? Or did he say he was going to begin to visit the world which he made? He said, then the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, must I go on? Must I go on? When there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Who's in the uproar? Okay? These people have a judgment. These people have a judgment. This is all I'm trying to come to y'all and tell y'all. Y'all want to hear some of the judgments? The shit is sad. It's sad, man. I wasn't even ready for this. I wasn't even planning on this. But anyway, I'm going to get y'all right here so that y'all understand that God has a chosen people. And everybody else in the world will be judged. This is not a game. This is not no bullshit-ass fairy tale, okay? This shit is real. It's all within the spirit. Earth, Mother Earth. Mother Earth gonna show out. She gonna get rid of everything. Mother Earth is wisdom. She's been here forever. The sun gonna do the rest. Believe that. And after these, Adam, also who thou hast made, Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also who thou hast chosen. So now we know that everybody came from Adam. Everybody is God's people, but God has us chosen people. Okay? He said, of him come we all, even the people who thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou hast made the world for our sakes. Y'all hear that? God made the world for us. He said, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing. Okay? Thou hast said that they are nothing. Okay? Once we go on. They said from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born, of him Jacob held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world for us. It's the end of the world for them. They said Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of the world that follows. For Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that these people is hated, but I'm saying they have no salvation if it's not through us. These people can't get to heaven without us. He said, I only have one out of all the multitudes of the people of the earth. Thou hast only chosen one, and to him I gave my law. Okay? And what he tell Abraham? Unto the seed of Abraham and your offspring, the whole fucking world has salvation. But not with them killing these people, lynching these people, calling them niggers. Guess what? You gonna be the by. Who else been bywords? He said you niggas was gonna be sold for byword. You was gonna be called bywords. Where you be called bywords? You know what a byword is? Coon, nigga, African American, all that bullshit. Them my bywords. Y'all think it's a game? Y'all still don't believe in these prophecies? I mean, the book is full of them, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even want to stay that long. But like I was saying, man, I don't need the Bible to prove who he is. You know what I'm saying? The Bible just the prophecies. I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? We got 1,000 books. Like I said, go grab them joints. Go grab them joints, man. That's by Thomas Abernathy. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the Bible. You know what I'm saying? For those of y'all be thinking, oh, man, the Bible, all this and that. Okay, these from scholars and professors and shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't need the Bible. We know who these people is, and we know why the fucking world is in a frenzy right now, and we know why the fucking, the second son has came, the destroyer. We know why it's here. It's here to bring judgment upon the Gentile nations, not us. He said he was going to take his people down the valley of Jehoshaphat, where he would enter into judgment on those nations for what they have done to his inheritance, his people, Israel. You hear me? He said that y'all have removed them far from their borders. Behold, I'm going to return them back to their borders. You hear me? You got a judgment coming. You hear me? He said he that lead into captivity shall go into captivity. You hear me? He that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Your sons and your daughters shall be son for bondmen and bondwomen. Come on now, y'all. We got to do this research. We don't need the Bible to know who we are. It's all around us. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's all in the movies. I'm here to wake y'all up. The white Jesus is some bullshit. Okay? Why y'all think God judging the church right now? He said, woe to the church. Woe to the pastors. Specifically. Woe. Do y'all know what woe mean? Woe. Like death and murder. Like, woe to the pastors that scatter my lost sheep. And for y'all that don't know, the Sabbath is Saturday, not Sunday. Saturday was given to us. We were supposed to give it to our kids. We were supposed to keep it sacred, and we were supposed to keep it holy. Sunday is day. Saturday is from the creation. Mother Earth, wisdom, the sun, okay? Ain't nothing gonna live without it. Nothing. No grass, no human, no dog, no nothing. Okay? Understand what these people have done. The sun not only, and listen, man, shit's so hard to explain to y'all, okay? Because you have to do your own research. There's no rapture, okay? One thing that we know is that God never changed. The Lord never changed. He is the great I am. The yesterday, the today, and the things to come. Tomorrow, motherfucker. Okay? He never changes. He said, there's no one sitting beside me but me. Okay? Do not worship no one but the Father that is in heaven alone. Okay? So we have been misled. There's no rapture coming. Okay? What make you think that the Lord gonna favor you and didn't favor Noah and his family? Did they get raptured? No. The Lord never changed. The Most High never changes. So if he didn't rapture Noah and his family, what makes you think he gonna rapture you? Death and destruction is coming. Taking on their likeness of the heathen will get you killed. Ain't no such thing as no, God forgive me for my sins. That's not real. You have to, in order for you to repent, you have to cleanse yourself. Why do you think they was fasting? High vibrations. You got to drink a lot of water. Cleanse yourself. Can't eat nothing that's dead. You are from the earth. From the earth you came, to the earth you should return. You should eat everything that is alive. Everything that is green. Living organisms. Everything that is green have melanin. Melanin is the code to this whole, everything, y'all. All out in space is all melanin. The grass, the plants, the weed, the fucking everything, the trees, it's all melanin. The food that you eat, it's all living, they all alive. Everything is alive. Why are we taking shit and killing it and eating it? It doesn't fucking make sense. And we wondering why we dying and we having these motherfucking genetic ass diseases and shit like cancer being genetic, because our people are digesting shit they don't supposed to eat. They killing something and eating it. We supposed to be eating nothing but what is alive. Okay? Everything that is alive. Melanin. Get your melanin up. Get your vibration up, man. Get as much sun as you can get. That sun giving off rays that, listen, we got 10 strands of DNA that's being active as we speak. 12 tribes of Jacob as we speak. Nothing that they can do about it. Nothing. The sun is going to activate these people. I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Like I keep telling y'all. But something going on in this world that they don't want y'all to know about it. Get into these books, man. Straight up. I just read y'all out of here how the man just said that shit like, this was 12 years ago. He like, shit, they might get mad at me saying this shit, but when the earth started her cycle and God started to gather these people from all four corners of the earth, then y'all gonna know who the fuck they is. Come on now, y'all, they know what time it is. We have 12 strands of DNA. Because of these people, we only use 2. But the Most High is activating the other 10. We've been freed. Everything is coming to the light. Their time is up. It's done. It's over. That ring they had is done. We served our captivity. It's done. They know this. Okay? They kids know this. It's only 12 gates in heaven. And at the top of each gate is one of the names of the 12 tribes. It's not no world thing. But that's what they say. I know that all the other nations got to cling to Judah. Set aside your pride. You heard what he said. It's your pride. Your pride deceived your heart, Esau. You've been deceived. You've been lied to. You have done this wrong to God's children. So therefore, a motherfucker must be what he say? Recompensed? He said, and if not you, then who? You must serve that. You must pay for what you've done. And if not you, then who? Don't stop believing now. This is the same Bible y'all so-called believe in. Gave it to us. Didn't even tell us that we was the niggas that wrote it. Nat Turner knew, though. That's why Nat Turner got to killing you motherfuckers. That's why Nat Turner, all them motherfuckers got to rebelling. He Ain't this a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now, y'all. It's us. It's us. It's all about us. It's always has been about us. You, over here in America, you got that Y chromosome. Go see what's to it. Go see what's to it. It's special. It's ways. It mean more. It mean more than money. Wherever these people are, blessings shall occur. Even though that they cursed, they still God's people. They like jewelry. That's what Hitler called us. America has God's jewelry. They have God's jewels. He said, what a foolish mistake for them to make, and a threat. He said, how the hell could they go against God like that? They have God's jewelry, right? So wherever these people at, blessings shall come. America know this. You see how Africa and Egypt and all them was blessed? Because even though we cursed, we still the blessing. We are the salvation of the world. They tried to exterminate us, get us out of here, but they couldn't. We like roaches. You hear me? But it's real. Okay? 400 years is done. 1619, 2019. You think all this shit just up and happened in 2020 out the blue? Y'all see this motherfucking thing coming up with the sun? Sometimes it's in front of the sun. You can't even see its sun. You looking right at it like, damn, is that Mars? Don't know what the fuck you looking at. And you still don't believe. You still don't believe. That's why he said, man, even if I showed you, you still wouldn't believe. Gee, hey, man, why you talking to us like this? Because, man, even if I showed you, you still won't believe. Like I just sat here and read y'all the Valley of the Dry Bones. It sounded like a fairy tale. Sounded just like a fairy tale. Then what'd he say? Son of man, this is the whole house of Israel. These niggas stupid. Well, that's what I'm saying. But, yeah. Do your research, man. Okay? Don't come to argue. Because you don't know what I'm sitting in here with. I got a whole atomic bomb in this motherfucker. All I got, boom! Like, killing shit, you hear me? I told you, don't lean on your own understanding. Don't go off of what I'm going off. Do your own motherfucking research, nigga, and spread the motherfucking good news. Follow me on YouTube, man. Unexplained, uncut, and raw. And the reason that it's unexplained and it's uncut and